What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm going to be doing an update on MMTLP stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will give you all the information that I have at this moment. I will show you why MMTLP stock might be the first stock where we can prove that hedge funds and probably FINRA make the illegal activity, and I will show you how we can quote FINRA and prove that the halt of the MMTLP trading was made illegally. Then I will show you all the documents and I will give you all the information what you should do if you want to mitigate your risks related to MMTLP, and what should you do if you want to receive the next bridge hydrocarbons stock. So let's start with the price chart. Definitely we don't have MMTLP ticker symbol on the TradingView website. We have only MMAT ticker, but let me show you this price chart. It is it is the screenshot from my previous video when we had this price action before the trading on MMTLP was halted by FINRA. And as you can see, last week it had a very massive volatility and it lost about 58% of its value during just one last session. And definitely this was very harmful for retail investors. And let me show you why it happens. So we all know that on December 15th, Metamaterials distributes all the next bridge hydrocarbons common shares, and here's the official document on SEC website, and they distribute 165.472 million shares. And definitely DTCC should already allocate all the shares to brokerages, but not so many people, not so many retail investors already received their shares. And that's why, first of all guys, you have to call your broker and you have to ask them when you will receive your shares. So, and why this price action was so harmful for retail investors? Let me show you again this screenshot. And for example, if you wanted to buy MMTLP stock in order to receive next bridge hydrocarbon stock in the future in one-to-one exchange rate, definitely you could buy, let's assume that you could buy it at the price point of roughly $6 mark. And let's assume that you wanted to buy it and hold it until the distribution date. But then, for example, at this moment, at the same price, some of so-called hedge funds that had the ability to add synthetic shares to the market added about 1 million shares to the market and sold it immediately. They already received $6 million. And then FINRA halted the trades of MMTLP stock, and right after that this ticker symbol was deleted. This means these synthetic shares shouldn't be covered by a long position. This quote-unquote hedge fund didn't need to buy back these shares, and that's why they made about $6 million out of thin air. And because of these additional shares that were added to the market, some of retail investors probably might not receive their next bridge hydrocarbon stocks, because in general we know that the total amount of next bridge hydrocarbon stocks is 165.5 million shares, but the total number of shares shorted and the total number of shares that was at the market at the very end of its trading days was more than 300 million shares. And this means we might see a massive fail to deliver of next bridge hydrocarbon stock to existing shareholders, to the real shareholders of MMTLP stock. And this leads to several questions for FINRA. First of all, please identify which investors you were trying to protect by halting MMTLP for its last 2 days. Second one, what was the uncertain event that could have been a danger to investors? And this is related to U3 halting code, that is basically uncertain event that could be harmful for investors. And we don't know the details, what was the real danger to investors because of this so-called event. Third one, why was there huge volume on the last day of trading, but very few retail sold and the price went down over 58%? Fourth one, What are your plans for all the shorts who failed to close? Why would allowing them to close on the last 2 days create a problem? And this is one of the main questions in my opinion. Is it true that there were far more shorts not closed than the official figure of around 4 million? And we have different numbers of these shorts, and this is the most conservative estimation. Sixth one. Please provide a guarantee that retail investors will get their shares of next bridge hydrocarbons and brokers will deal with all the synthetic shares. Seventh. Was there any involvement of REGTSX and have you investigated compliance of conflict of interest? And I have to say, I didn't dig deep into this question, that's why I don't really know what is the details of this conflict of interest. If you know, just give me a link in the description below or write some details if you're familiar with this. And the last one, who should be prioritized for protection? Retail investors or hedge funds and brokers? And these are the main questions in my opinion. And what should we expect next? I have to say that SEC, let me show you right here, they scheduled a meeting that will take place today at 4 p.m. As you can see, 4 p.m. on Monday, December 19th, 2022. And the subject matter of this closed meeting will consist of the following topics. Institution and settlement of injunctive actions, institution and settlement of administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters relating to examinations and enforcement proceedings. So does it mean that because of this meeting we will have some results from SEC? No, definitely it doesn't. But in my opinion, they might discuss some details directly related to MMTLP problem. And what should you do next? First of all, as I mentioned in my previous video, just fill this form on the nextbridgehydrocarbons.com website. It is just simple form that allows to count people who had these stocks by the end of the trading week. On top of that, sign this petition, and I will put all the links in the description below in order to make it easier for you. Then follow these Twitter accounts, MetaMaterials News. Follow this account, Smart Home Bro. Follow definitely John Burda. And by the way, just 12 hours ago he posted this tweet. This is excellent. What this tells you is that the settlements in MMTLP did not go through the DTCC system, CNS, but rather broker to broker, which is where the failures go to hide. First time I have viewed this document. And here is this document, and let me quote you this. On October the 6th, 2021, the Series A preferred shares began trading on an OTC market under the name MetaMaterials Incorporated and trading symbol MMTLP. Additionally, OCC has been informed that the MMTLP shares are not eligible for CNS settlement. And this means there are not so many regulators involved in the process of regulations MMTLP stock. This means it might be much easier to add synthetic shares on the market and to hide some illegal activity. So definitely you should follow John Burda as well. On top of that, let me show you another Twitter account that you should follow. It is Uncle Smoky Stock Trades, and right here he has a pinned tweet that has a 31-page report, and it is the summary of the entire situation directly related to MMTLP saga. And I highly recommend you to follow this Twitter account and to read this document. On top of that, if you want to know more about the gray market and with the MMTLP saga, just watch this video. It is a 1 hour long video, but it describes a lot if you want to know more about this type of activity. So I think that's all that I have at the moment, and if you like my video, please hit the like button, because the more people likes this video, the more people will know about this fraudulent activity, and the less people will lose their money, and definitely more people will be protected. So just hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and wait for the next video. In a couple of days I will do an update and I will show you the latest information directly related to MMTLP stock. See you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in the this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get